In Vanuatu, they call it the root of happiness. These humble plant roots are the key ingredient for the Pacific region's great traditional drink, kava.
And Priya.
And Vanuatu's kava is the most potent of them all. My new best friends, Priya and Delray, are about to reveal how kava has been prepared, according to tribal custom, for thousands of years. Of course, those were the days before electric blenders found their way to the islands. What do I do? That's, even I can do that. Okay. Well, my mouth is not going numb. I won't be able to talk in about 5 minutes, which some people would say is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Different colour.
Yeah. Because you're white skin, so you're white. Yeah.
White kava.
White kava. Now, going to mix the kava like this.
Priya says kava drinking first originated here in Vanuatu before spreading across the Pacific in a more diluted form.
The kava is very strong, more than Vichy. Because Vichy kava, because it's powder kava. When you go just cold, drink it and finish it.
Oh, that's too much for me.
Huh?
Too much?
No.
Yeah.
This one is too small. You have got a big body.
Oh, mate,
Yeah.
I'll be senseless after drinking this. And yes, it tastes just how it looks, with the flavour and consistency of muddy river water. Cheers. In traditional society, kava drinking was regulated by the chiefs. Yeah.
When you get 2-3 cell kava, or when you've got the bed, early in the morning you wake up, you feel fresh.
No hangover.
No hangover.
Thankfully, Priya was right about the lack of a hangover. The next morning, we're crashing along with the world's leading kava expert, French scientist Dr. Vincent Lebeau.
It's less expensive.
He spent 30 years studying and drinking kava. It's an important export crop, and growing it is a profitable business. So the kava tends to be either very well hidden or well guarded.
Yes, theft is a major problem on this island. It takes about 3 to 5 years to cultivate kava, and therefore it's a highly valuable product. Let's go down this way, I think.
About 15,000 hectares of kava is cultivated on the more inaccessible outer islands.
This way.
But here on the main island of Afate, the plants are concealed in forests and vegetable gardens.
Careful, because...
These are plants?
Yes, these are plants. Here they are. This is a very young one. This is called Piper metisticum. Comes from the Greek metustikos, which means intoxicating. So it's the intoxicating pepper. It's the same family as the black pepper that we are all using, but it's well known for its inebriating properties. These roots are the roots that we are using.
Dr. Lebeau says kava isn't addictive.
And these active ingredients exist only in...
It's used in traditional medicine, both as an effective antiseptic and anesthetic.
If you chew that, you feel the local anesthetic effect.
I've experienced that. In fact, it felt like a trip to the dentist. But in Europe, there have been deaths attributed to kava-based health tablets. As a result, kava is now banned or a controlled substance in several European countries, the UK and Canada. Dr. Lebeau says kava isn't the problem, it's the chemicals used to produce the pills. So what they were selling in Europe, was it kava?
Not at all. It was something else. Unfortunately, they had a huge media coverage, and consumers throughout the world now are scared. They suspect kava to be hepatotoxic, to produce some toxic effect on the liver. I cannot understand how it could be toxic, because here in the South Pacific, half of the population drinks, and we cannot find any side effects.
Few outsiders drink Vanuatu's potent traditional kava, most preferring the gentler brand, found in supermarkets. It's powdered and much weaker. But last year, Australia heavily restricted the importation of this type of kava due to misuse in Aboriginal communities.
But they're drinking too much of it in Australia.
This is what I understand. Or they are mixing it with alcohol, which is something we never do. Well, this is a typical kava bar. We also call them nakamas. There are about 300 in town.
Okay. This is the rush hour, is it?
It is, exactly. So we better not miss the rush hour.
This tree, it's extraordinary.
This is a typical banyan tree. We call them nabanga in Vanuatu. And in the islands, the nakamals are always set up underneath the banyan tree.
Yeah? Why is that?
Well, that's for custom purposes, I mean ceremonial purposes, and they believe that the spirits are having their house somewhere into the roots of this huge tree.
But this is no ordinary nakamal, is it? I mean, where are we here? Just
well,
explain.
this one is a little bit special because we are just across the road from the parliament.
Oh, okay. So we might be knocking shells with...
The Prime Minister or the leader of the opposition.
Oh, okay.
Or the two of them together.
Do you think there's perhaps room for one in Canberra?
Maybe more than one, yes.
And sure enough, we soon find opposition leader Moana Kakasas working the crowd. A migrant from Tahiti, he's taken to kava with a passion.
Cheers.
And of course, there's the obligatory round of shells before any talk.
Wow. Took some bite in it. Oh, okay. What impact does the kava have, if you like, on the standard of political debate? It's right next door.
Since we have lots of kava drinking, we have less problem. Before, drunkenness was a problem. People drink alcohol, they fight.
Yeah.
With kava, we don't have any more this problem.
Kava bars didn't exist before Vanuatu's independence in 1980. All this is the product of social engineering, designed to lower the crime rate. A prohibitive duty was slapped on alcohol, making kava the affordable brew of choice.
If alcohol was cheap or readily available, I think that we would have more crimes in Port Vila than we have today because we have quite a lot of unemployed youth which have left the islands and are hanging around town doing nothing. But because of kava, I think it's maintaining the society in an harmonious manner.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, I'll drink to that. After a few shells, it's easy to slide into Vanuatu's kava culture, though it remains an acquired taste. A recent international survey declared Vanuatu's people to be the happiest on earth. In good company, on a perfect tropical evening, you begin to understand why.